Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to Front Row Chaos. I'm your host, Travis, and we're doing another Tom MacDonald song. This one came from you great fans out there that said to do Sheeple. So, we're going to do it today on Front Row Chaos. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Please help me grow this channel to even more people than already know about this song. I can't even thank you enough for how much support you've given me over the short time I've been doing this, and I just appreciate it immensely. So let's get to it. Tom MacDonald and Sheeple.
Humans been controlled since the day that they were civilized. The truth has been so heavily politicized. If you don't know who's controlling you and killing all the little guys, find out who you're not allowed to criticize. Black folks who were never ever actual slaves, fighting with white folks who ain't actual Nazis. Controlled by rich folks who use the news to make hate.
Hold on a second. You know, I forgot to mention in my opener, Tom, I had to do a series of yoga to get myself ready for this song. Because not just this song, but every song Tom does hits me so hard and so deep with his message and his ability to make the music sound good. It really is difficult for me to digest it in one take. But I always want to do these in one take. And so I'm going to go back a few bars on here to see what he says again. Here we go.
Find out who you're not allowed to criticize. Black folks who were never ever actual slaves, fighting with white folks who ain't actual Nazis.
Okay, black folks who weren't actual slaves and fighting against white folks who weren't actual Nazis. How true is that? That's, you know, this guy is a truth teller. We know this. He has been from the start that I've heard him. Just so good. Every time Tom hits you with such good lyrics.
By rich folks who use the news to make hate, while elite folks control other political parties. It's a big lie, trying to make you pick sides, trying to make you burn the cities down and kill each other. They got sick minds, big lies, deep on the police so that there's big crime. To take away our freedom, to restore order, they let die.
So try to make you burn the cities down. They're constantly pitting us against each other to do these kind of things. And it's just crazy. I'm going to rewind that a few.
Trying to make you pick sides, trying to make you burn the cities down and kill each other. They got sick minds, big lies, deep on the police so that there's big crime. To take away our freedom, to restore order, they let die. Play with people, turn men into women, make the counterculture mainstream to mix up the system, change the pronouns.
Wait a minute. Play with people, turn men into women. How much have we seen that lately? It's crazy. Let me rewind that a couple of. See?
Crime to take away our freedom, to restore order, they let die. Play with people, turn men into women, make the counterculture mainstream to mix up the system, change the pronouns. So gender is a spectrum, so is privilege. I
have to say that. Make the counterculture mainstream that makes up the system. So all of us have to conform with this crazy ideas that they have nowadays. Every time he hits you with so much. I'm sorry I have to stop this so much, but digesting Tom MacDonald is like eating a freaking porterhouse steak full, like in one bite, and trying to digest it. It's crazy.
White folks and black celebrities with millions. They starve you with a lack of information and only give you facts through a branded corporation. Distort your worldview with an algorithm that changes based on propaganda curated for your engagement. We can't be free, can't have no peace till we're on the same team, but y'all are sheep. Glued to screens, just part of the machine. Y'all are sheep. What do y'all believe?
Okay. Stopping again for Nova's video. He's in amongst all these faceless robots that represents the sheeple. And usually that is not people that are listening to me or to Tom, because we know what they're trying to do. So we're not the sheeple, but a lot of people out there are the sheeple. And so hats off to Nova. This video is spot on as usual when she does these things. Real good, real good. And I'm going to hit that chorus a few bars back. Yep.
What do y'all believe? Nothing's what it seems.
Yeah, that's true.
Hollywood been rotting your brain, controlling your mouth. You say lit, fleet, bet, cap. They trying to dumb you down. They endorse whatever narrative is popular to shout and use minorities in movies for diversity clout. Two sides on the spectrum, but ain't none of them honest. Took the red pill and the blue pill, spit them both in the garbage. Being woke.
Ooh, put the red pill and the blue pill and spit them both in the garbage. You know, Tom always has a way of bringing in both sides to his music. Now, I know he's more on the conservative side as I am, and I know that just by his lyrics and things like that, but he also says what's true, and that we have both sides that are trying to manipulate us immensely. He's so good at being able to do that. I don't know how he does it.
Used to mean you understood you're a target, and now it's having two good legs and never taking a step forward. If you agree, it's free speech. Disagree, it's hate speech. Erase it if it came from anywhere except the mainstream. Trump supporters labeled as the racist, but that can't be. Lincoln was Republican, and that's who ended slavery. Science been.
Oh, man. Lincoln was Republican, and that's who ended slavery. And they're trying to put Trump supporters into the slavery category, or the you know, the monster category, I should say. And it's so true. You know, if you look back in history, a lot of people don't know that the Democrats were for the slavery and the Republicans were not. And I know that a lot of people did a lot of bad things back then. I get it. But like Tom said in one of his other videos that I did, every nation has blood on their hands. Every nation is not perfect from the start. There's a lot of growth to be done. And so when you do that growth, you find out that things you were doing were not right, slavery for one, and you try to fix it. So I'm going to rewind that a couple.
Disagree, it's hate speech. Erase it if it came from anywhere except the mainstream.
You know, if you agree, it's basically speech, right? If you disagree, it's hate speech. You know, that's what I can't stand. You know, I don't agree with a lot of people. I'm sure you do the same thing. But I'll never, ever come across as I don't want to hear your side or shut you down. You can't go to a college campus like Berkeley or any place else as a conservative and not be shouted down and not even let your side be spoken. That's crazy. That's not a democracy, and that's not what we're about as Americans. We like to hear both sides. That's the way it works. And it should always work like that. But Tom is so right again in saying that. It's so good.
Trump supporters labeled as the racist, but that can't be. Lincoln was Republican, and that's who ended slavery. Science been politicized, it's easy to see. A mask became a symbol of which side you believe. But you'll never cure a sickness till you cure the greed, because the problem with our natural immunity is it's free. Society is broken, want you locked inside a cubicle, addicted to pornography, liquor, and pharmaceuticals.
Society is broken. They want you addicted to liquor, pornography, and pharmaceuticals. That is us today, right? We have this friggin' phone that we can access anything we want, sometimes good, sometimes bad, and that's it. That's it right there in a nutshell. And then you have all this other Twitter and Facebook stuff that goes on. It's good. So good.
Tell you that you're fat and poor and you were never beautiful, then tweet how much they love you when they hear about your funeral. We can't be free.
I'm sorry, but to tweet about you're fat and all these other things, and then they want to say you're so good at your funeral. You know, it's so fake. I can't stand it, but man, he is right on again.
Have no peace till we're on the same team.
We will not.
Blue screen's just part of the machine. Y'all are sheeple. What do y'all believe? Nothing's what it seems. If they can't convince you, they confuse you. They want you dumb and dead. They divided you by race, religion, income, and sex. Made everybody right and left. The hatred got so intense. If the other side likes oxygen, you'll put a bag on your head. And the conspiracy.
If the other side likes oxygen, you'll put a bag on your head. That's how divided we have come. Which Tom sells it so well in such an asinine way that you'll deprive yourself of oxygen just to not be on that team over there. Oh, man.
Theories labeled as misinformation is just a terrifying truth that scares the hell out the nation. The system treating you like trash and you got rifles to aim with. Just imagine how they'll treat you when your guns get confiscated.
Yeah.
George Orwell, 1984 was his last lecture. George called them thought police. Now we call them fact checkers.
Okay. I got to stop right there because George Orwell, 1984, was a book you should all read. This guy was a storyteller. He probably was some relative to Tom because Tom's such a great fortune storyteller. Because it was true. You know, when George came out with that, it was like, what are you talking about? That's crazy. It's coming true now. It's coming true. Tom is right on, as usual, with his prophecy. And it's just crazy. It really is crazy to think about how that went down. And it is. It's so true.
Government surveillance trying to catch you. They don't ask questions. Mass incarceration equals capital for cash investors.
Yeah.
The system isn't broke. It's working fine. Oppressive and chaotic is how it was designed. They say if we ain't doing nothing wrong, there's nothing to hide. While their agenda and intelligence completely classified. They don't teach you rights in school. You never learn them at all. Because they're easy to remove if you don't know what they are. The only people you can rule are the criminal ones. So they force you into corners till you're breaking the law.
Oh, man. I'm going to rewind that like a few, like 15 seconds. Here we go.
Nothing to hide while their agenda and intelligence completely classified. They don't teach you rights in school. You never learn them at all. Because they're easy to remove if you don't know what they are. The only people you can rule are the criminal ones. So they force you into corners till you're breaking the law.
Force you into corners till you're breaking the law. You know, I don't know why Tom doesn't run for a politician's seat because he would straighten this stuff out. It's unfortunate he's a Canadian, but he would straighten this stuff out. I'm sure of it.
Can't have no peace till we're on the same team, but y'all are sheep. Blue disdain's just part of the machine. Y'all are sheep. What do y'all believe? Nothing's what it seems.
Holy mackerel. I tell you, as usual, Nova did an outstanding job on this video. And I am, his rendition, his lyrics that he comes up with to get this all out there is so good. And it's such a great tune, too. I'll be playing it in my head now for a while, and I'm sure I'm going to have to watch this video several times. But I always like to do these reactions first. Never seen, never watched. That's what I do. And I can't thank you enough. It's impossible to thank you enough for watching me do this. I love doing this. I hope to be one of the best reactors out there. And I just thank you from the bottom of my heart for listening to Front Row Chaos. You have a blessed and great day, and we'll see you again right here for the next reaction.